It looked a little bleak with the gloomy weather arriving here at Yankee Stadium earlier this afternoon, but now with the tarp off the field with a minor weather delay kind of afoot for the last, I would say, hour or so, we are now ready to play some soccer here in the Bronx at, of course, Yankee Stadium. Major League Soccer, Friday night Major League Soccer, as the hosting New York City Football Club, the red hot hosting New York City Football Club, is hosting the defending champion, the 2023 MLS Cup champion Columbus Crew. And what an opportunity for this NYCFC team, a team that has excelled mightily in recent times, specifically with their last win here at Yankee Stadium over the San Jose Earthquakes. Now have a real opportunity against, as I said, the defending champions to once again add another W, first of all, to their resume, but also come in here and make another statement that kind of puts the rest of the league on notice and shows the rest of the league that this New York City Football Club is a team to be reckoned with this season. It seems like the weather finally clearing up, as you can see outside the Brigade. We are finally ready to go here in the Bronx. I'm excited, and I'll be taking you guys across a couple different places around the stadium as the night prolongs, but for now, just excited to get some soccer going here in the Bronx.
Once play eventually got started here in the Bronx, it was a bit uneventful for the first half an hour on the pitch. Both teams with moderate to decent chances and success offensively, the Crew and NYCFC, both itching for goals in the first 30 minutes, but neither team able to get on the scoreboard in any way. It took until around the 39th minute for real fireworks to start taking place, and that was Mika Ilinic of NYCFC with a massive slide tackle on a, what I would call a breakaway in basketball. And as the Columbus Crew was approaching net, Ilinic makes this massive tackle and receives a red card. It is a red card for NYCFC, and now the boys in blue are going to have to play 10 men the rest of the night. Excited and packed crowd here on this Friday night in the Bronx, but one part of the crowd and one group of fans in the crowd particularly loud and lively here on this Friday night, and they're in the left field bleachers here at Yankee Stadium. I'm gonna go make my way over there and we'll just do some investigating. Now, just after the 35th minute here in the first half at Yankee Stadium during this Friday night MLS matchup between the Columbus Crew and NYCFC, of course, the hosting team. And I always find myself wondering when I'm here at Yankee Stadium for these MLS games, what's going on in the left field bleachers? Sections 236 and 237 seemingly more lively and louder than the rest of the entire stadium, and is so packed always. And I found myself now here investigating it in left field, and what I found is pretty awesome. They call it the supporters section here at Yankee Stadium. It's 237 and 236, and what groups like the Third Rail do and other fan groups is they come together in these two sections, and they all come together to create a lively atmosphere behind their own goal and behind Mr. Freeze in net behind the pipes for their squad. And it's super rowdy, super lively, and honestly the vessel in the heart of the stadium all night long, and really keeps the energy going for all 90 minutes. Stuck around the left field bleachers for the rest of the first half, all the way up until the 45th minute, and I'm glad that I did. NYCFC's Ojeda scores for NYCFC and gives them the lead, breaking the scoreless tie in the first half and sending the supporter section that I was in into an absolute frenzy and really putting me in the heart of the storm. Second half, not treating the boys in blue as well. It's Farsi and Ramirez making it 2 goals for the Columbus Crew inside the first 8 minutes of this second half. NYCFC went into the locker room with a lead and all the momentum, and now just 8 minutes into the second half, it seems like Columbus has gotten all that momentum back. And then the cherry on top of this, I would say, either momentum or just scoring barrage that this Crew went on. Cucho Hernandez, right in the 65th minute, scores on a penalty that was reviewed prior and eventually given to the Columbus Crew. And Cucho, their man up top, their number 9, he converts it for them and gives them the 3-1 lead, now doubling their lead. And the Columbus Crew have now seemingly taken all the momentum, not only from this NYCFC team, but this Yankee Stadium crowd. Many chances for NYCFC the rest of the half, and a lot of momentum built by NYCFC the rest of the half. They just couldn't quite get any goals to go in. Santiago Rodriguez in around the 83rd or 81st minute scores to give this crowd any sort of life and any sort of hope, and it really did. This crowd got on their feet, they got excited, and they really gave the last 10 minutes or so, including the last 15 minutes of added time, a lot of energy and a lot of juice, and NYCFC just couldn't capitalize on that, and the score ended 3-2. Santiago Rodriguez's goal not enough, and the Columbus Crew come out with a win on the road here in the Bronx, breaking the unbeaten streak of NYCFC and extending the Columbus Crew's unbeaten streak as well. Two teams going in different directions right now, but Columbus Crew, the defending champions, a very impressive win and maybe their biggest win of the season so far. I asked NYCFC head coach Nick Cushing about how much significance he'd put on a loss like this at this point in the season, and especially with the way his team had been playing coming into this one. He gave me that answer. He also talked about his team as a whole and even expanded on some of the officiating here tonight in the Bronx.
I don't think we put any significance on this. Listen, I knew the way this game was going to go, because you've got the MLS Cup champions that want to have the ball, want to play build-up, like to press the game. I knew this game was going to be man-for-man all over the pitch in moments. And, you know, it was, 3.4 XG for them, 2.6 for us. This game is always going to be this way. What disappoints me is, and I've learned a lot tonight about this, is if we're going to be the best league in the world, these are the games that fans want to watch, right? They want to go and watch two teams that want to create goal chances and are happy to go man for man. And, you know, this is the way the game is evolving. What I'm disappointed with is NYCFC versus Columbus Crew. You can't put a referee that's refereed 2 games on this game. If you think of the way this game is going to go, it's going to be man for man, duels all over the pitch. There's going to be moments where there's fast attacks. The game is going to be end to end, loads of goal chances, loads of huge calls. That takes a very, very experienced referee to referee that game and to enjoy the intensity and to enjoy the speed of the game. And, you know, when you get a game that has a lot of duels in, you're going to have a lot of fouls and you're going to have a lot of moments that could be or should be or maybe. The real experienced referees know how to referee these games and know how to make sure that football wins, right? And the fans really enjoy it. And, you know, tonight what we saw was maybe not that.
Coach Halen from 5 Row Footy.
That's it for us here in the Bronx. The Columbus Crew get the big road win 3-2 over New York City Football Club. New York City Football Club moves to 9-2-6 on the year. They stay in that 3rd place position of the Eastern Conference. The Columbus Crew go from 7th to 5th now in the Eastern Conference as they continue to go up the ladder with their unbeaten run. NYCFC is back in action midweek next week on Wednesday as they play under the beautiful sun and palm trees of Los Angeles in a matchup against the Galaxy. That one is at 10:30. For WFUV Sports, I am Chris Carrino.